Pascal Atuma. Before we start to ask him questions, yesterday I saw, I told you that this area you must make sure that you see at least one Nollywood movie. I saw the poster of the film yesterday, Imported Wives. And I really want to know about those imported wives. But before we begin to talk to him, Tommy will tell us a little about him.
Okay, so Mr. Pascal Atuma is a Canadian filmmaker, actor, director, screenwriter, and entrepreneur known for his powerful storytelling and cross-cultural impact. He was born on February 22nd in Ikwano, Humaya, Abia State, Nigeria. Pascal holds a degree from the University of Port Harcourt and later trained in film and dramatic arts at the KD Conservatory in Dallas, Texas. He also earned a certificate in entrepreneurship from the University of Pennsylvania. Pascal has made his mark in Nollywood and beyond with acclaimed films such as My American Nurse, LAPD African Cops, Sweet Revenge, which won Kevin Hart's 2018 It's My Shots competition, and Clash, now streaming on Netflix. In 2025, he premiered Imported Wives, a thought-provoking film tackling the realities of diaspora relationships, starring top Nollywood talents like Nancy Sime and Omoni Oboli. He's also the founder of Tabik record label, which empowers underprivileged African artists, and he's the CEO of Tabik Sports, where he serves as FIFA licensed agent. Pascal Atuma continues to be a voice for African stories on the global stage. Bold and authentic and inspiring. Welcome to the show, Mr. Pascal.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you, guys. I'm happy to be here.
All right. We're going to get straight to the point because we don't have so much time. I really wish we have more time to talk to you about a lot of things, because I can see that you are involved in a lot of things. And some of the things that you are involved in are even things that catch my interest. I've been trying to be a FIFA license agent. I was supposed to have my exam June 4.
Oh,
I
interesting.
had to postpone it because I couldn't have time to read.
Yes, yeah.
So I see that you are doing so many things. So, but let's go straight to Imported Wives. Why Imported Wives? Why are you doing? I know that sometimes stories that we do are things that the experiences we have. I believe that you have a very good marriage. You see that the movie is about what you have experienced living abroad, coming to take a wife from Nigeria or something that has happened to somebody around you.
No, it's a rebirth of a movie I did 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I did a movie called My American Nurse 1, which became a hit, and they asked me to do American Nurse 2, which was sponsored by Sanga Entertainment New York. So coming down the line, what the story we told about 20-something years ago, instead of the things improving, it kept deproving to the point that the UK government, the UK police had to put out a statement asking the Nigerian women to stop calling them to pick up their husbands. And then there were a lot of people losing their lives in the US, in Canada, in Australia. So every time I travel, I see the fans asking me, Pascal, if you don't want to do American Nurse 3, why don't you give us something? Things are happening. But the one that hit me was in Germany, when a woman said she just lost her best friend from childhood. The husband killed the woman. Do you understand? So that was when I was flying back to Canada from that trip, I now said, you know what? We're going to have to remake this movie. Because if 20 years ago we told this story, instead of it getting better, it's getting worse, and it has to do with human life, we need to bring it back again so that people can start rethinking. So that's why we combined American Nurse 1 and 2 to make an upgrade, which is called Imported Wives. So what I did with this that is different from there, I brought in the best stars that I can see out of Africa, in Mama G, Nancy Sime, Omoni Oboli, Joseph Benjamin, Lucy Ame, Linda Osifo, Ngozi Nwosu, Funky Malam, and the rest of them. So we shot 15% of this movie here, and we shot 85% in Canada. But the goal is to bring something like a mirror so that parents can see that all that glitters is not gold. Because some of them, their children have very fantastic relationship here, but want someone that even a cleaner from Canada can come back here, and a girl dating a bank manager in Nigeria will leave the bank manager and marry this cleaner. Do you understand? Not knowing what she's getting into because she just wants to jabba. Do you understand? And we need to stop it. We need to let people see the reality of what it is. If you're useless in Nigeria, you're going to be useless in London. So just jabbaring doesn't mean, jabbaring is not going to add more sense to you. Jabbaring is not going to give you more education. Jabbaring is not going to make you an entrepreneur if you don't have the experience of entrepreneurship. So that's why we had to remake the movie. And also, 20 years back, the equipment we used to shoot American Nurse 1 and 2 is no longer what is in vogue now. Do you understand? So we needed, following the success of our movie Clash out of Netflix, we needed to produce something that the global market can see. So this was done for universal market.
Okay. So
Yes.
I remember that I was at the press conference for when you spoke about imported wives last year. I think it was September, maybe.
It was September.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I remember.
Yes.
So I know that you have been talking about it even prior to that time. How long did it take you to make this film? Because it seems like it's a budget heavy film.
Yeah.
You shot in Nigeria. You shot in the
In Canada.
In Canada.
Yes. It took us 3 years because of the visas. The most challenging thing was me getting the visa for Nancy Sime, Mama G, and Lucy Ame. So those visas took me 8 months. And even with our connections, we could not do it faster. So that is why we need to work on getting a co-production treaty with US and Canada and the other rest of the countries. So when we want to make movies, we go through the co-production partnership to get our visas within a month. I give you an example. I partner with some countries, some companies in South Africa. If they need a Canadian visa for a production, they can be processed in 8 days. But it took me 8 months to 9 months because I said that my production location, I'm a Canadian citizen. So I should enjoy the same privilege that the South Africans enjoy because of their co-production treaty, but we don't have it in Nigeria. Do you understand? So until the government step in, make a deal. It's a deal, it's a business. So, you want to be my girlfriend, I want to be your boyfriend, what are you bringing to the table? Does it make sense now? So they need to see what we can bring to the table so they can partner with us, so we can get a co-production treaty. That way, funding will come with it. Visas will no longer be a problem because someone like me at my level, I shouldn't take 8 months to get a Canadian visa for my actors. It doesn't make any sense.
One would believe that Nollywood actors with the names that you have called will find it very easy to get those visas. I mean, regular people might find it difficult, but with those names, those powerful
Not
names,
Canadian visas.
maybe not.
No.
If it's a Canadian citizen that is trying to get for those names for a production,
Yeah,
I think that it's
yes, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? It has nothing to do with the names. It has to do with the country. The relationship, the bilateral relationship between Canada and Nigeria. It's nothing personal. I do football business. So I've gotten invitation letters for a lot of my players from Croatia, from France, and they were denied. Young careers being killed because of the way they perceive our country. I give you an example, Croatia. Croatia doesn't have an embassy in Nigeria. So when you want to apply for Croatian visa for your players, the visa has to be processed in South Africa. And you already know how the South Africans look at Nigerians, who are the employees of the Croatian government in South Africa, South Africans. So once your passport get on there, it's dead on arrival. Because I have personally challenged the Croatian government, why are you not giving visas to my players? I have partnership with your clubs. I'm presenting my business account from Canada. I'm presenting my Canadian citizen. I have a FIFA global license. Is it because I was born in Nigeria? They only replied me once.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Thank you.
In the past, you spoke critically about the lack of professionalism in parts of Nollywood. Do you think it has improved, or you still stand on your words?
It hasn't improved because we just sold out. We just sold out to Netflix and Amazon. See, the problem is that the right people need to be put in place. You don't bring Netflix and Amazon into the system and you bring someone that has never touched 100 million naira before to negotiate for Nigeria. What do you think the person is going to think about? You tell him about $500,000, his head will blow. $500,000 converted to naira, he thinks he has seen money. Whereas $500,000 is not enough for pre-production of a movie in US or Canada. But someone in Nigeria sat on the table with Netflix and told them that you can buy a Nigerian movie entirely for $100,000. $150,000 is not enough for development of a script. Am I making sense? So we shot ourselves, not Netflix, not Amazon. So when people were saying that some producers in Nigeria ate money, they didn't eat any money. The money that was given to them was not enough. But we can position ourselves in a position. The low budget movie in Los Angeles, California, the minimum is $3 million. But your telling Netflix that you can sell your movie to for $100,000, $60,000, $80,000. Nigeria need to sit back and do what that guy is doing in Burkina Faso. Let the right people come to the table and negotiate. Not broke, oh, let me not use the language, I'm on radio. Not people that have not, you have to eat first before you have strength to fight.
Okay, now, what are you, I am confused.
Okay.
What I mean by I'm confused is that Netflix is a
multinational company,
you
yes.
understand? And
Yeah.
so if they decide to come to any country, I think they have a right to discuss with any producers based on whatever data that they are working with.
No. Netflix cannot come into this country. Remember that this country is a country of its own. Nigeria is a country, a sovereign country that has ministries. You cannot come into this country and decide to do business with an individual without going through the ministries. By the time they go to the ministries, that's when the ministry will now bring them to the table and bring their best team
So
to
what
the
you're saying
table.
is that you want them to go through the government.
Yes.
But in many cases, a lot of people say that the government has not even created an enabling environment enough for filmmakers to thrive. So if that problem is already there, if money now passes through the government again, how is it going to get to the producers who need this money to actually make an impact?
Who controls the news in Nigeria? We. Who tells our stories? We. I'm fighting with you, you're my sister. Do we need to go and tell my girlfriend that I'm fighting with my sister? Do I need to do that? So the thing, let me be very honest with you, because I may not have time to come back here soon. The deal is this. Let us always put the best people in front to negotiate for us in any deal we are getting involved. Don't put people that have never seen money to negotiate money deals. Am I making sense? Give you an example. A Nollywood producer who is seeing $500,000, who lives in Surulere, who has never built a house, he made that $500,000 came into his hand, he will go and thank God that he has gotten the money to build his first house. That is the difference between me. I already live on the island. You cannot tell me about $500,000 because I saw it more than 25 years ago. Country, I need to realize something. Me, Hussein, that is sitting out there, many of us, we have been blessed by the industry. We have enjoyed the industry. Our job now is not to make money from this industry. Our job is to position the industry for the next generation of the youth who is going to come up so they can play with their mates on a fair level field. You want to compare Hollywood and Nollywood, are we playing on the same grounds? Am I making sense? Yeah. So bring the right people on the table. There's no way in the world I, Pascal Atuma, or my brother Oscar Atuma, will sit down with Netflix and agree to sell any Nigerian movie below $1 million. No.
All right, no. So
and they know too. They know what is going on. They know they are cheating us.
All right, let's round up. I would like to ask you why the cinema is so competitive now.
Yes.
At least by my last count, there are about 9 Nollywood movies showing at the cinema currently. Why should I, during this long holiday, take my hard-earned money and go and watch?
9,500 naira.
That's not the only thing what it will cost you.
Let's just say for the ticket itself.
Okay. Why should I take my hard-earned naira and out of all the 9 movies, choose Imported Wives?
Imported Wives is not just a movie. But it's a lesson told in a movie. It's a social commentary. It's a life-saving movie. It's a mirror. Imported Wives is deeper than your regular film. So that's why it took 3 years. You know, the movies, they make 1 month, 2 months. No. We put a lot. I'll give you an example. The first script was written by someone in the US. The second writer came from Nigeria. The third writer came from London. Why? Because we are trying to make sure that all the elements are in there. And at this level, I'm not making movies for money. I want legacy. That's what I'm making movies for. So when you go there, if you go out there in the cinema and you see any movie better than Imported Wife, watch it.
All right.
Yes.
Is it going to be showing in outside Nigeria?
Yeah, it's going to go to 39 countries. 39. But we just started from Nigeria and Ghana. But our goal is, okay, I'm going to say it publicly. Nigeria doesn't have enough cinemas to return 10% of the money put in Imported Wives. So Imported Wife is Nigeria is just a publicity stunt to help us position the movie for Netflix and Amazon for the global market.
All right. Thank
Yes.
you so much. I shall be watching Imported Wives.
You're going to love it. If you don't like it, I'll refund your money. But if you like it, you buy me a drink.
No problem. I promise that I shall be watching Imported Wife this holiday.
Thank you.
If you are listening to me, you should go and watch Imported Wife.
Yes.
And there are some actors in those movies that, at least 3 actors there that when they are in a movie, you should trust what they bring to the movie.
Yeah.
Omoni Obodi is in the movie. Nelsie Isime is in the movie. And also Joseph Benjamin Mike.
And the Mama G, the general,
You need
yes.
to watch Imported Wives. Thank you, Mr. Pastor.
Thank you so much. I'm so
I
happy
hope
to
that,
be here.
When next you have a major project, or when we invite you, you will come back. All right.
All right. Thank you very much. God bless you guys.
Yeah.